Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, I'm Spirit Medium Laura, your host of this radio show. I've been channeling spirit for over 30 years and recently was chosen for the 2014 book 100 Top Psychics in America. Here's how to LOVE love your readings on this radio show. L is for let spirit lead. O is for only one question or connection per caller. V is for validate all advice of a licensed professional. And E is for enjoy the show. Stay tuned for additional announcements. Hi, everybody. This is Spirit Medium Laura. Welcome to the show. I'm so happy to have you all on board here this evening. I thought it was going to be a quiet night. I just had that feeling, but proven wrong. Switchboard loaded. Which brings me to a comment. If you'd like to jump to the top of the queue, just give 5 to get 5 minutes. Give $5 US dollar donation, and you will jump to the top of the queue for approximately 5 minutes on the show. I do have a couple of donations already done. The way you do that is go to spiritmediumtv.com, and there, item 1B on that page will allow you to make that donation. Tonight is Monday night, as most of you probably know. If you don't know that, and it's 7 p.m. Eastern Time, U.S. Time. Tonight I do both psychic and mediumship readings, and about 10 to 15 minutes into the show I will start the readings or the connections with you. Prior to that, I'll have a couple of announcements and an inspiration, which I am wont to do or love to do. Let's see here. Oh, I already mentioned that. Oh, I forgot to mention this important. If I'm cut off because I'm in Southeast United States and it's storm season, hurricane season here, we haven't had our regular thunderstorm yet today. So if I do have that happen, Susie B will take over for a moment, and then I will be calling right back in. So not to worry, I'm coming back. Uh, um, oh, and also if you want to get in the queue to get a reading, the phone number is area code 347-945-5849. And that's also probably revealed on the Blog Talk Radio page that you used to find me, or if you're looking at spiritmediumtv.com, it's on that page as well. And as a reminder to everybody, please don't reveal too much. And last Wednesday I was doing mediumship. It was a great show until I got to somebody who had in her mind she wanted only one thing so that she would absolutely know it was the person that she thought it was. Please be open. If I'm doing mediumship in particular, the more open you are, the more you're going to get. If you get too locked into one idea about what you think is validation, you probably won't get it. It's those people that are very relaxed and open to what comes in that gets the most. I say that a lot, but people don't always listen. Okay, on Spirit Medium TV, that's the website for this show. I already mentioned if you give 5, you get 5. That's the donation, item 1B, to jump to the top of the queue. I have a couple of donations already in the queue, Susie B being one of them, and Marv being another one. Marvin, and there's somebody else who's supposed to be here, but I don't see her yet, and that would be D, which I don't see her yet. We'll see what happens with that. And of course, if you just want to wait in the queue and take your chances, in other words, if it's not really important that you speak to me, you always have the option of sitting there and waiting, as I do try to pick phone callers towards the end of the show. And sometimes I can never get to them. Sometimes that's all I get to, depending on what the night is. I developed this donation idea because I have people complaining to me, why don't you ever pick up my line? Well, I don't have control over that, okay? There could be other people waiting in front of you. I try to pick those that come in first, but even that is sometimes very debatable because sometimes people get cut off the line or they're moved around the switchboard for some reason. So this is a very wonderful way. You're helping animals. The donation goes to help animals, and you have control over whether or not I speak to you. And if you do make a donation and I don't get you during the show for whatever bizarre reason, perhaps you make your donation at 1 minute toward the end of the show, I'll get in touch with you. I'll either refund your money or take you to the next show, or do whatever I can to make that good for you. Oh, tonight we have the Intuitive Playground after this show. That means that's a psychic development group, mostly geared towards mediumship, although I have 5 different courses now. As a matter of fact, we're on mediumship right now, but that's the culmination of 1, 2, 3 other courses. And then after that in September, I'm going to have the business building one, which is basing your work, your business on your soul, your dharma, particularly geared towards people who have holistic businesses and are self-employed. So stay tuned for that. This evening in the playground, we're going to be doing psychic detective and pet mediumship. So that should be very interesting. And as a highlight, oh, and if you want to join that class, you still have a chance to do so. You get a recording of the class, you get a copy of the presentation, and you can also join into the Facebook support group so you can find partners to work with. I don't like people in the Facebook support group unless you're taking my training or you've had some training, because trying to get people there that are cooperative with each other and at the same level. So, and next week in the class, the Intuitive Playground class, I will be doing after-life interviews. That means, what's the other side like from the perspective of our loved ones? Like, what was their transition process like? What was the tunnel of light like for them? Who met them at the pearly gates? What was their life review like? What happened after they went to the life review? Where are they living now? Do they have a body? If so, what is it like? How do they experience time? Blah, blah, blah. We'll have a select list of things that we will look at, and I will be training my mediums in training for that. And I'm also going to be doing a little bit of traveling coming up the next couple of months. And I will be asking some of my psychics who I'm training if they want to do a showcase show. In other words, when I'm not here, they might take this show over. I'll be talking to them later, depending on how they feel about that. If not, I will have substitutes in for me those 2 nights. And that would be the last week of October, because I am going, and you can too. I am going on a Halloween cruise. Yay! I need a vacation, guys. But I'm not going to be completely on vacation, because I will be doing specially priced private sessions on the ship. Since it is Halloween, I mean, come on. And this is available to you too if you want to go, but you have to move quickly to make your reservations, because for the next day or so, they still have these special prices for cabins on the cruise. And I hope you're seated when I tell you the price, because it's unbelievably inexpensive. An interior cabin is as low as $344. And an ocean view cabin is at $354. And that's for 6 days, 5 nights to the Caribbean. Cozumel also, and I believe Cozumel is in Mexico. There are onboard ship credits that will be given to you. Parties, there'll be a private party, and more. So if you're interested, go to my website. You can go to the website for this show, which is spiritmediumtv.com. And you'll see on the menu there on the top of the page, Halloween Cruise, and everything is there for you. So kind of exciting. I'm kind of excited about it. So our inspiration this evening is going to be about animals in the spirit world. I wonder if any of you have ever wondered if pets or animals have souls. It's kind of like, there's a bug around me right now. Go away, bug. It's kind of like trying to figure out how many angels you can fit on the head of a pin, I suppose. But I can tell you this, that when I've done mediumship, the animals will come in, if that's what I'm doing. I'll tell you what I mean by that in a moment. They'll come in just as clearly as a human, sometimes easier. I did a pet mediumship for a regular client of mine maybe about 6 months ago. She had a beautiful pet German Shepherd that had transitioned because it was put to sleep. As a female, she had to be put to sleep. And it was so interesting the way the pet gave me her mind, how she felt about things. She said she felt like a princess. And then the sitter, that's the one receiving the reading or the session, she started to laugh. She said, yes, we really did spoil our dog. I don't remember the dog's name. But the dog gave me memories of what it was like on Earth. The dog showed me what the problem was with her body, where the pain was, and that she was grateful to be released of the pain, and that it was absolutely instantaneous. She went from being in a painful body to running around and playing in the spirit world. So from that, they certainly have consciousness that lives on, I'd have to say, because everything was validated. And if they have consciousness, well, isn't that what the soul is? Individuated consciousness? I would say so. Of course, who am I to say? I'm just a medium. But it's an interesting subject. So tonight's class we will be focusing in on psychic, detective, and pet mediumship. And I'll be asking you, some of you, as I go through the show, what you think about pets having souls. Somebody has here tried 4 times not answering. Not sure what that means. Okay, I'm going to go to Sue. Well, I can't go to Susie right now. Susie, when you're done with that, I'll come to you. I'm looking for D or Sue. I'm not sure of the name. And that should be 571 area code. Let me see if I can find her. She was one that made a donation last week, and I couldn't get to her. She might have forgotten all about it, so I'm going to go to Marvin. Marvin, you get to go first.
Well, thank you, Laura.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing
You
great.
sound okay, anyway.
Oh, you sound great. You must have a very special headset on your Skype.
It's okay. It's not too bad.
Well, I hear all.
I
do. And by the way, I love your accent. And you're going to say, I don't have an accent.
Yeah, what accent?
Well, let me tell you this. I will not disappoint you with my New York accent.
Oh, I love it. If I was going to be anywhere, it'd be New York. I've been there. That's the only place in the United States I've been. So.
Oh, okay. You've been to New York?
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, sweetie. Now I want to ask you something before we get into your question or connection or whatever I'm doing for you. Do you believe animals have souls? Just curious.
Up until I think I've started. Once I started listening to your show a couple of weeks ago, I've started looking at my wife's cat a little differently, and it's been getting a bit of special treatment.
That's cute.
So, to answer your question, yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh, and you remind me, please bear with me. I'm not going to cut your time short or anything, but I forgot to tell everybody listening that I was going to differentiate. Sometimes when I do mediumship, I pick up that there was a cat that was in the family or a dog that was in the family or whatever the pet is that's now in spirit, but that's not the mediumship. There have been times when I actually have to connect with the animal's consciousness. That's mediumship of the animal. I just want to distinguish between the two. Okay, so Marvin, what can I do for you this evening?
Okay, I'd like a mediumship question. So I'd like to see if you can connect to my mother.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was going to say, I feel your mom is around you. The first thing I get is a woman that has kind of curly-ish hair. It looks like either she permed or is just naturally curly. It's on the shorter side. It looks like, well, it's lighter in coloring now, the way she shows it to me. They can show it any time in their life. And this could be a grandma as well. It may be leading to your mother. Open the doorway. Well, just bear with me for a moment. It's a little bit longer on the top of the head, a little bit shorter towards the ears and towards the back as we go to the back. It's a little bit darker in that area towards the back around the ears, and then it gets a little lighter around the top of the head. Let me see what else I get on her. She looks okay. She showed me herself different times in her life. The first, I see her as a mid-build kind of person, not overweight, but not terribly thin either. But she seems more of a mesomorph or in the mid-range. And now, as I see her moving towards more senior years, so that would indicate that she's lived to more senior age, or whoever this person is. That she looks like she's just labored under heaviness of her body, but she's not overweight. She's just carrying a little extra weight on her, and she just looks like she got a little bit heavier as she got older. Do you understand this for anyone you know, please?
It may be my mother, it may be my grandmother on my mum's side as well.
Okay, I'm going to give you a little bit more detail. Now, sometimes, unfortunately, the work that we do as mediums is very delicate. In other words, I could be working with a preconceived notion of what a wonderful mother from England would look like. But bear with me as I go through this. But what I see is, I see the nose to be a little bit more on the it's a little bit more on a hooked side, not a hooked nose, but it has a little bit of a point to it. She's got high cheekbones. She's got a wider forehead and a narrower chin, if you will. She's got very kind eyes, whoever this person is. There's a little bit of a twinkling in the outer corners of the eyes, or lines there. It's just to indicate a little bit of smile around the eyes, I guess is what I'd say. And the eyebrows kind of go down a little bit just to show that kindness of face as she smiles. It could be, again, your grandma or your mom. I don't know who it is just yet. I'm going to continue to develop this a little bit further, and we'll continue. Whoever this is like to wear red lipstick every now and then, or she colors her lips with lipstick. She's also wearing a hat right now, bonnet or hat, and she's wearing a coat, looks like in the spring. And she's doing things around the neighborhood. Let's see now what I want to get something about health. I want to get some names, please, ma'am. Solid character, good wisdom, high ideals, highly aspiring towards work in the workplace. I don't know what she means by all that. I don't want to interpret it just yet. I'm just letting her flow a little bit. Could you give me something else, please? Okay, and there's a sense around the neck and the upper chest area of choking and or inability to breathe. There's also the word, oh, interesting. She's giving me the word smoke, but she's giving it to me in a different language. Kind of interesting. Do you understand one of these people to have smoked, please? Been a smoker?
Yes.
Okay, mother?
Yes.
Mother figure, right?
Mother.
Yeah.
Mother, yeah.
Yeah. And she's giving me the word fumar, like what the Spanish word for smoking is fumar. Interestingly enough, I don't know why she would do that. It might mean something about her skills. Maybe she knew how to speak Spanish, but I won't say that right now. I just want to present that to you as a very odd way. Choking, okay? Choking in the upper chest area. And she also says that she had a lot of colds, or it was something that was kind of a chronic thing with her colds, influenza or a flu, that kind of thing. She had a lot of upper respiratory infections. And she says that was her nemesis and her weakness. Do you understand that from Mom, please?
Yeah, she was a smoker, and yeah, she did have colds.
A lot of them, she says. A lot of them. And she says, in some way, you're weak in that area yourself, although I don't believe you're a smoker. Understand, please, Marvin, you're not a smoker.
I'm not a smoker, no.
And she's happy about that, by the way. She says, but it runs in our family to have weakness in that area, the chest area. She says, she's being a little mothering to you, about taking care of your health, not letting yourself get into breezes or get chilled and all that kind of stuff, fussing around you a little bit right now. And then she goes into something about pillows and beds and bedding and sheets and cleanliness, and I don't know what she's doing with all this, but I'm just going to throw it out at you. I want to see what else. So now usually when they show you that they were smoker and she gives me the congestion in the chest area, it means that would have had something to do with her passing. I'm just going to check that one more time, please, before I give you that, because there's something else there. Okay. Yeah, the wheezing, inability to get air in the lungs, almost asthmatic coughing attacks. Not feeling well for a while, and I don't believe she had cancer. Okay, usually one would try to jump to cancer. It feels like emphysema or just some kind of chronic condition in the lungs seem to be the debilitating thing that's leading her towards towards exit, I guess is what I would say. Do you understand, please, for Mom? I'm kind of suppositioning here, but I just want to say I feel wheezing, I hear wheezing, and all these problems.
I think at the end there was wheezing, but the main reason was organ failure.
Oh wow, she must have lived to an advanced age then, if it was organ failure, an organ shutdown. Well, I get this.
Unfortunately, it wasn't. She was young.
Oh, okay. Well, there's wheezing. There's stomach. Okay, wait a minute. She's giving me more on the illness. There's stomach upset. There's a whole bunch of. Okay, you already told me organ failure. A whole bunch of things going wrong at the same time. There's also something to do with. Now, Okay, this is very bizarre, but did she have a problem with childbirth or during her childbearing years? There's something to do with childbirth and some issue that happened at that time. It's maybe not related to her passing, but she's giving me something to do with childbirth and some kind of an issue with that. Do you understand, please?
She wasn't able to
Have children?
bear girl children.
Oh,
So she,
interesting.
she only had sons.
Oh, okay. She wasn't able to have females, or she didn't think she was. There's something to do with childbirth and losing. She must have lost a girl then, maybe, or something like
She
that.
did, yeah.
Okay, because as she goes, she jumps from thing to thing, and I couldn't really tell what that was. She's okay. Well, anyway, she just wants. Let me see if there's one other or two other things I can give you as evidence, and then we'll move into personal message because I don't like the way she's jumping around. She's here primarily to tell you something. Like she has a personal message, but I'm not letting her give it to you just yet because I want her. Okay, there's an I name coming in as well, like an Iris or something like that. Just be open-minded about the name. It might not be hers. It could be somebody else in the family. Does the Iris name or I name make any sense to you, please?
No, not at the moment, no.
Okay. All right, let me just go with this. Okay, yeah, only boys. I hear that you're the oldest. Do you understand, please?
I am, yeah.
Of the three. So that means you had three of you, yes?
Correct.
Okay. So that was her last bit of evidence. Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
Okay, she's being really nice. Okay. So let me just go to your personal message. Okay, she loves you very much, of course, and we as mediums want to always say that, even though that goes without saying. She says she wants you to take better care of your health. There's something to do with you and your health that she keeps bringing up over and over and over again. She mentioned something about weakness in the lungs, in the family, upper respiratory, something about, now she says something about wheezing for you, and she's talking about colds and not getting sick. So if you're not sick, and if that doesn't make any sense to you, I don't really know why she would say that, but I have to report that to you.
It should make sense because I always said that I never get colds and I'm never sick. That's one of the things I used to say to her.
Oh, okay. And she's talking about it like, just be careful you don't get sick and don't get a cold. So she's got a hand.
Okay.
So she's going into that for you. She says, yes, you're not like me in that respect now. She says, but you still have to take care of your health. Don't take risks. So you might be doing something lately that she feels is risky with your health, but she doesn't want you to take that for granted. She doesn't want you to take that for granted, okay? Don't go out in the storms so much, she says. Don't go out and get wet and then come in with a chill on you. So she's just going on about that over and over again, that you make sure that you take good care of your health. Now, there's also a sense of you having a child under you. It seems like a male as well, like you have a son. Do you have a son, please?
No, I have two daughters.
Okay, is there a son in the family line? In other words, do your brothers have a son also? And one of them maybe perhaps has a son.
Yeah, they both have two sons. They have a son each, my younger brothers.
Oh, okay. So each of them has a son. You have two girls. Okay, she just gave me the sense of a boy under an age, in the family line. See if there's anything else. The girls are wonderful. There's also, she shows me. Oh, you already mentioned your cat. She's mentioning it again. The cat is cute. There's something about her and animals and fur around the house that she's not very fond of. And you might understand that. Pet dander and all. Yeah, she was very clean and she didn't like all that, especially with the issue she had with breathing and her lungs. But she says, she kind of congratulates, well, if that's what you want, I congratulate you. Have your pet, have your cat. And with that, she says she loves you very much and she wants you to carry on for her.
Fantastic.
Okay, sweetheart?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, love. Take care, honey. Have a wonderful evening, Marvin. Bye-bye.
You too. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Wow, it must be pretty late over there in England if it's 6 hours later than here. Whoa, you must have a night job. Okay, let me see if there are any other donations. No, there are not. Let me see if I can find Dee or Susie. Dee would be at 571. Okay, we don't have D. I have a feeling D's not going to show up. Okay, let me go to Susie B. Susie B., how are thee?
Hello. Hello.
Hi, honey. How are you, honey?
I'm doing well.
Good. Good.
That was a wonderful, awesome reading.
Oh, thank you.
That his mom came through with all kinds of validations. That was wonderful.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Is there?
Yeah.
Do you have any announcements, or is there anything that you'd like me to do psychic-wise for you, my dear? And thank you for your donation, by the way.
You're very welcome. I would like to just see what guides you see around me. If you can get names or give me a description of what they look like. Really, really, really need to know.
All right. Now, I'm assuming this is validation for you, as you've already taken a class or two where you met guides. But there is a female. There's a female around you. And she reminds me a little bit of Glenda in The Wizard of Oz, you know, the Good Witch of the North or something. A very adorable, very dressed in pink. Which is a good color for you, by the way. I don't mean to wear it. I mean, it's a good healing color for you. And you know that you're all about unconditional love, Susie. So she's saying she's there. She's wearing like a gown, and she's beautiful in this pink robe. She's only one of your guides. There are a couple of other ones. And, you know, most of us have at least 1 to 2, but you have like a couple more. There's someone in a group. Excuse me?
Would her name be Lily?
It could be. I didn't. Oh, I should have asked. I didn't ask. And now that you say that, I can't really get a validation on that.
Okay.
Well, let's just call her Lily. Okay. And there's a couple of others. One in green, and this one is this one is a sylph. If any of you listening, you might have guides that are of the sprite.
Elemental.
The elemental level, sprites, sylphs, that type of thing. You have one that's dressed in green. That's like a little bit of a, what was the Peter Pan type? You have one. It's not a man. It's not a girl. Well, it's actually neutral. It could be girl or female. If you keep asking me, does it have this or that, then I can't answer you, because if I say yes, there's no validation. So let me just kind of roll with it, and you take what you can get from that. But there is a name for that one, and it's a D name, like Dan. Okay, Dan or Danny.
Okay.
And she is, or he is, what's the word for it? But it doesn't, it's like a sprite, so it doesn't really have a gender. Okay, it's either. This one gives you a lot of good luck. Okay, this particular soul that works with you, or this sprite that works with you, this elemental, is a fairy, like a forest fairy. And this forest fairy you should call upon regularly to get for material matters, and this one will bring you luck. Luck and things that have to do with wagering and or betting, or there's chance involved. So always call upon your elemental for that. Let me see if there's anybody. There are other ones. There's a male. You have a lot of feeling for men. You know, you like men. You like the energy and the power of men. And there is one that is like a brother to you in spirit. He's got an energy that's like a brother to you. He helps you with issues to do with understanding your male energy and the male energy of others. And that means getting things done in the external world. Let me see if I get a name on that one. Okay, hold on. There's like a William or a W name on that particular soul. Now, I call them souls because in some way they are souls. So those are 3 right there for you. This beautiful woman who's like a good, she's not an elemental. She's wearing pink. You've got your elemental, and then you've got this other one who's a male energy for you. And let me see if there's anything he wants to say or show you about himself. He's different than the other 2. The other 2 came in very clearly. He's more like, I don't see a body for him. He's more like an energy, and he's of a higher level than they are. He sort of organizes. He organizes everything for you. He's higher up, and you don't talk to him directly as much, but he says you can call upon him and ask him for help with everything. And he's your head or top guide, if you will. I'm trying to see something there by the way it works. Oh, okay. And you could call this an ascended master, okay?
Wow.
And
Good.
you could call this Jesus, okay?
Wow. Okay.
Okay, so you can call upon the higher level energies whenever you need help organizing things. There's also Gabriel in there. I guess it would be Archangel Gabriel, but it's also just Gabriel is in there, which is part of the higher level ups that you can work with. They say to me to tell you to not be shy in using your guides or whatever, if you want to call them angels, to not be shy in using them. They will always be there to answer you. And don't ever think that they're not listening to you, because they are. Okay? And that now you're going through a huge transition. You really truly are letting go of old energies and moving towards higher vibration. And also that's showing in the way you think, the way you act, and what you're attracting into your life. You're becoming very strong, and they're very happy about that.
Very good. That's what I'm very much working on.
Well, they're very proud of it. They've been working with you on this, and they're going, yay, finally we're getting through to her.
And it's thanks to Spirit Medium Laura for a lot of that. So,
oh, you're so
I
sweet.
appreciate that.
Oh. All right, let me go now, honey. I'm going to go on to the next caller. Okay, love?
Thank you, dear. Thank you so much.
Thank you, honey. I will talk to you in the playground.
I'll talk to you later.
Talk later. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, now let's see here what we have. Penny Ann says that she made a donation about a week ago. Penny Ann, I don't have record of that, love, and if I did, I would have gotten back to you. I'm going to go back to Susie for a second. Susie, honey, do you know Penny Ann made a donation a week ago?
Yes, she did, and she was calling in on the Wednesday show.
Okay, I'll take care of her. All right, I'll take.
She wanted a regular psychic life reading.
Oh, okay. I don't think I ever validated that she did make that donation. I'm very careful about that, but I certainly will take her. Okay. I'm going to go to her now. I don't know her. I don't know her phone number though, so maybe somebody can help me with that. Penny Ann.
I will screen.
Penny
I will screen some of these while you're looking.
Okay, honey. Thanks. Bye. Penny Ann, I don't know your phone number, love. And I don't have a record of you making that donation. That's why I don't have your phone number. And I'm pretty careful about that, as you know, because I refunded you once when I couldn't get to you. Okay, so let's continue here. I'm going to go with some people who I can get to. And here's somebody by the name of Erica, who has joined our mailing list at area code 509. Hello, Erica. How are you, love?
Hi. I like your voice, too.
Oh, jeez. Oh, thank you. That's awfully nice. We rarely like our own voice, and I'm a little bit congested on top of it, so I sound like a, what do you call it? Anyway, what can I do for you, honey?
I was just wondering if you're able to tell me the company of my next job, or even, like, how many weeks until I get a new job.
Well, let's go into this thing with you and jobs, okay? We'll kind of give you some overall information. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Well, I kind of get about, it's not going to be right instantly. It feels like early part of September. Actually, I'm getting 5 weeks. 5 weeks away is when you're going to start the new work that you seem to have already applied for and been accepted to do. Do you understand you've already been accepted for this job, please? I need to validate that.
Oh, what? Because I was going to go job hunting on next Monday, but I did have another interview today. So I already got the job then? Like, I don't have to look for it?
Well, I wouldn't stop looking for any jobs if you haven't gotten your letter yet or your offer yet. But what I'm hearing is you've already been accepted for a job that should be starting about 5 weeks from now. Let me just double check that for you. Because, yeah, I mean, this is psychic work, sweetheart. It's not 100% accurate. I mean, I'm pretty close to it. But if I can't get you to validate things, then I don't know. Then I'm not on your energy. Part of the work here is to always make sure we validate. So let me just look here. Okay. Erica. Okay. Uh, okay, now it feels to me somehow you have to work with the public a lot, and you seem to be taking money from them. Do you understand, please? Is this the kind of work you do?
It's going to be a law firm, so just assisting attorney.
Okay, but now are you employed now? Because I see you doing something like that, where you're working directly with the public, and somehow or other you're like either collecting money or taking money or something like that.
Possibly. I have been applying a lot, but I haven't been confirmed of anything.
You're not working now then?
No.
Okay, have you in the past done that kind of work? Because I'm just trying to validate something before I make a projection. Oh, okay, good.
I did. I was cashiering
Perfect.
at a
Perfect.
ice cream place.
Okay, because I saw you doing that, and I need to get that validation, make sure I'm on the right energy to project forward. By the way, I hear you're very good with people, and you did really well in that job, which is a good thing for you, because you got very good reference. You have a good reference if you're going to use them or whatever. I feel it's a friendly place for you, wherever it was that you worked, and that's a good thing. So let's move you forward then in looking for. Sorry that you had to get out of there before you got the new job, but I guess you needed the rest also. Let's go to the new job. Okay. Yeah, I do feel you're going to be employed very soon, but I feel you're going to have a choice, or that you're going to have at least 3 different things you're looking at. You may not get 3 offers, but it looks like you should work in 3s. So don't just give up and stop looking. Continue to look, but I think within a few weeks you're going to get the job, and the one that you're going to end up getting is the one of your choice. And I think that's with the law firm. Is that the one that you're wanting?
Yeah, well, I'm still applying, but I was gonna ask you, is it possible to like not get because I have been applying a lot, but is it possible not to get offered anything until it's a specific one? I don't know if that makes sense, but like, how is it that I haven't been offered anything yet if I've been looking? Is it because there's one that I'm supposed to get, and
that makes sense.
Will work out?
Well, that does make sense, sweetheart. I don't feel you've been looking that long. About a month or so. About a month, right?
Yeah, it has been a long time though.
Okay, I need you to validate and try to focus for a minute. Okay, if you're not focused, I cannot give you good answers. I just asked you. I feel that you have not been looking all. You may think it's a long time, but I'm hearing 4 weeks or a month. That you've been looking for a month. Can you please confirm that?
Yes.
Okay, and that's not a long time. So you're young. You're not used to this. You're not used to being unemployed. It's making you very anxious. But it's really not a long time, especially since you want to move up in terms of responsibility. You want more of a white collar job, and you want to be working in an office now. So it's going to take a little bit of time more. I don't feel it's going to happen instantly, but I don't want you to give up looking. So just keep looking. I do feel in the next couple of weeks you're going to hear something that's very exciting and very attractive to you, and that you will find employment in something that you're looking for, something that you really want. Now, if you give me the initials of the one you really want, if you know what that is right now, I will give you whether or not that's going to be the one that comes through. Do you know the name of the firm? You don't have to give me the whole name because we're on the radio. You could just give me the initials or something.
Yeah, it's where is it at? Oh, bummer. It's HUN.
HUN. Okay, let me just see if that's going to come through for you, sweetheart. Hold on. It's going to come through. That's going to be the one. It feels like a large place, and there's a lot of opportunity. But it's going to happen more like as we get into the cooler weather. So early September, perhaps. I heard 5 weeks, so that would mean towards the end of September. Okay, yeah, and they're gonna, they have to organize everything. It looks like they hire a lot of people who are junior, like you. And they have a lot of entry-level positions, and it was a good choice on your part to look there because it's very likely that you will get employed, and you will be there for as long as you want. Okay, but I don't know if you're going to want to stay there forever because it looks like other positions will be opening up for you, either outside of that firm or in that firm. So it's just an entrance, and it's a good one for you at that. Okay, my dear?
Cool.
All right, honey.
All right, I'll still keep looking, though.
Keep looking.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay, honey. Bye-bye. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that you're as much a part of the reading as the medium or the psychic. I didn't know that either until I started doing this work, and then I found with some people, they're very relaxed and they're very focused, and it's easier for me to read for them than people who are all over the place. So if you are going to get read today, please try to focus, and we will give you the best answer possible. And we're going to go to Penny now. Hey, Penny, how are you, honey?
Okay, Laura, how are you?
Oh, good. I don't know how that slipped through my fingers last week. I'm very careful about all this, as you know.
It was about 2 Wednesdays ago, and then Susie told me to call back on the following Monday, which I couldn't do, and then I couldn't call Wednesday, so then I just...
Oh, yeah, I remember now. That's funny, though, because I have to get better then, because I always keep those names of people that once made a donation and didn't collect. I keep them in my folder or file for this show. Okay, sweetheart. So what can I do for you, love?
I really have a problem financially, especially in the long term, and my ex-husband Irwin, I just don't know if I have a shot at going after him.
Just give me
correctly, and it doesn't work.
Penny. Penny. Just give me the question, love. I don't want a lot of background.
Should I go after my husband Irwin?
No. The answer is no. The answer is no. You will get nowhere with that. And also, you've done this before, and you've got nowhere. Okay? So that's the first thing I get. It'd be a lot of lost energy, lost time. I guess the better question is, what can you do about this situation? How can you improve your financial situation? May I ask that question, or am I inappropriate?
No, I've done everything that I possibly can, So,
well, as far as that goes, going after Irwin, I think his name is Irwin. Is that correct, love?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see it being resulting in anything constructive for you.
Well, what I would do is hire an attorney.
Yeah, and I see you pulling your hair out.
Well, and my money.
And you're...
Well, that was answered pretty quickly.
I'm sorry, it popped right in. When it pops in, I have to give it, and those are the best answers. Yeah, I just see you being very, very frustrated. He's very, he's cagey. He knows what he's doing. He's not open for that kind of thing. He's made sure he's got it all. Yeah, he's got it all square-rooted, all controlled. Every angle is sealed. He knows what he's doing, and there's absolutely no way to unpeel that. And I don't even know if you went into an attorney and he took your money, he'd be ripping you off, because as soon as he looked at it, he would say, "Look, in these kind of situations, we don't get anywhere." So I'd be very careful about that, because I don't want to see you waste any more money. I don't know what to suggest, because I know that you're fixed income now. I know you don't have a lot of options available to you. The only possible thing is to see if there's something that you can do in exchange for money. That you have a lot of talents. You're a very smart woman.
I know. I've done everything I can do in terms of money. Once I stop working, there's no money coming in, but there's Social Security, and I would go after him on a hardship case. But
all right. Well, if you, why don't you go ahead and do that then, and just give it a whirl? Because what else are you gonna do?
You're getting a no, so
Well, that's my perception, but again, I'm just a psychic. I don't want you to totally seal the door on that if you feel so inclined. What I'm getting is it'd be a lot of wasted effort, and that it would be better for you to try to figure out other ways to get money. That's what I'm getting.
May I ask something about his personal situation? Is that okay?
Sure. Sure, of course. Just quickly, we'll do that. Not a problem.
He's married. I was wondering if he's happily married.
Okay. Let's see, Irwin.
You need her name?
No. Just let me concentrate for a second, honey. Well, it's not relevant, really, if he is or isn't. That's the first thing I want you to know. He doesn't feel like a man who thinks it's even possible to be happy. And he's sort of resigned to his place. She is a person that needs a lot of attention or care or catering to, blah, blah, blah. And what I get is, like, she likes to get attention. You know, she likes to be the center of attention. But what I get is that he tolerates her. Happy, he doesn't really know what it is to be happy. And that seems to be one of the integral issues between the two of you when you were together, is this man has a inside to him, is like a coldness to him, that he just doesn't even know what he feels sometimes, or how to be happy, or if happy is even relevant. So I can't, the answer is no, but that's because he doesn't know how to be happy.
I sent him recently to wish him a happy birthday, and his words to me were, "You wanted this," which makes me feel that he's still obviously carrying all this anger towards me about the divorce. I'm hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I just want to say that what I got is, and I will stick with that, is that he doesn't know what it is to be happy.
I gotcha, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, sweetheart,
if you can't find any record of it, because all I have is my July PayPal statement. I told Susie I didn't get August yet.
Don't worry about it,
sweetie. I'll give you a donation. God knows it's for a great cause.
No. Don't worry about it, honey. It's my pleasure to work with you. And my prayers go out to you. Every day, by the way, when I do my meditations, I always ask Spirit God to heal or help all of my clients. So you're in those prayers, and I wish you well. Okay?
I'm getting my brother's blood results with the leukemia on Wednesday, so I really need it. Thank you so much.
Yes, sweetheart. God bless, love.
You too, dear. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye. Okay. Let's move on to the next person. And it looks like we have a Chad here who's joined our mailing list. Hi, Chad. How are you this evening?
Hey, I'm good. Not really feeling that excellent. My head's kind of hurting, but, I'm going to make it.
Aw, where are you calling from, honey? Where's 347? Is that New York? 347?
That's New York area code, but I'm in Florida.
Oh, okay. No wonder your head's hurting. Okay. You're not feeling that good? All right. What can I do for you, love?
So I kind of joined this marketing company, and I wanted to know, like, would I do good in it? And also, like, I kind of gave my job a 2-week leave that I'm gonna quit. I work as a barber, and I'm thinking, I'll be staying there, or would I be leaving to another barbershop?
All right, let's try to focus on one question. And the first question is, this new job, will you be good at it, or will you be successful at it? It's a marketing job. And you know what I get is, I don't think you're going to really like it. Okay? I think it's very different from what you used to doing. Is it like a sales job on the phone? Is that what it is?
It's like, like people have AAA.
Yeah.
It's like AAA, but with way more benefits. And I have a friend in Florida that's into it, and he's been making a good income off of it. So I just decided to join to do something, because my money goes like water. So I decided, let me put my money towards something, and if it just goes like water, then it goes like water again.
No, that's fine. I mean, at least you're trying to upload, to move up in the world, and that's a great thing. But what I'm asking you is, are you on the phone cold calling a lot? That's what I'm asking you.
I'm on the phone what?
In the job, will you be on the phone?
Yeah. I think I would be on the phone a lot.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to like it. Okay, I think you're going to feel very restricted, and it's going to be really, but let me say, the good part is that it's a stepping stone. If that doesn't work, there will be something else coming up shortly after it or around that time. And it is good to think big picture, that you should make more money. You shouldn't be stuck just doing something where you only, make a little bit of money. You feel like a person that has drive, okay? And that's a good thing. All right, but you're going to have to gain some other skills to match the drive. Over time, you will. The most important thing is that you set your standards and you set your goals high for yourself, because over time you are going to get somewhere. So I would just look at this next job as like, meh, it's okay, but I'm going to go to a better job. That's what I see. Something better is coming in. So don't give up. Do you go to church at all?
I used to, but not anymore. I'm not really into the big church believing.
Okay, because you.
I believe in Most High and spirits and gods and ancestors and reincarnation and all of that.
Oh, beautiful. Well, I want you to remember that as you move forward in life. To remember that there's a higher power and pray. Pray to help keep you going on the course, because you need to be encouraged, and you're getting encouraged this evening that you're right on point for who you are, and you will get ahead, and not to give up. But the next job's going to be a little bit rocky, but just keep going, because eventually you will break through and you will get to something that's a lot more lucrative. And I do see you making a lot more money in the next 5 years, and that you will be like the owner of a business versus being in a business. So don't you give up, Chad. You're on a good path.
Would I be like the owner? It would take the next 5 years for me to own my own business, or it'll come like next year. Like I've been getting readings and I don't know.
No, listen. It's a process.
Okay, dude, I'm gonna just put out my goals out there. So you like, okay, what I eventually want to do with this marketing was save money, and then go into photography. Like save money to get my camera and my computer, then go into photography. From photography, I wanted to create my own clothing line and make samples of my own clothing line. Hopefully, I get sponsored. Now, in between me doing all of that, I wanted to work as a barber.
Okay. Well, you got a lot. You got a lot of goals there. But what I see is that in 5 years you'll be on top of a mountain. You'll be successful. But during the 5 years, you're making it happen. No, these things don't happen overnight. Keep on.
No.
Yeah, but and after you gave me all that, I would suggest to you that you need to focus on one thing at a time and not try to do too many things, because you're not going to be that's one of the keys to success is focus. So focus on the most important thing.
The one thing is, like, when I go to sleep at night, I'd wake up with like so much visions of like things to do and things I'm gonna be. Like, I don't know, like it just frustrates me, like when I see different, like how I seen this opportunity and I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it through it, or how I see this other opportunity, like, but I would always have I know at the end of the day, I know my big dream is there, and I'm going for it regardless. Like, I'm putting towards it, but
that's perfect. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm being motivated from your guides to tell you is stay firm. I'm going to have to go in a second, sweetheart. Stay firm to your vision. Stay firm and clear on your vision. You're going to make it. And prayer will help you stay firm on your mission. So don't forget to keep asking for what you want and get clear on your visions, because that will help them come in. Okay?
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome, love. God bless. Bye-bye.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to go to Cheyenne. 760. Hello, Cheyenne. What's going on?
Hi, this is Cheyenne.
Oh. Well, whoever. Okay, 760 area code. What is your name, love?
My name is Carlos.
Carlos. Hello, Carlos. So what can I do for you this evening, love?
I would love it if you could see if there's any messages from my guides.
Okay, I'd like a question, please, but let me just go generally. I'm always curious. I like a question, but if there's something comes in, then I will go with that. Let's see. Carlos. Who was mistaken as Cheyenne. 760. Guides. Well, you're a helper. You're a healer type. You're a person that likes to really get involved with helping people grow. You're not just a healer with energy. It feels like you do more than that. There's verbal counseling. There's emotional growth around it. You help people with programs and growing themselves. You help people grow. You're good at this. You're very, very skilled in this area. You have a lot more ahead of you. You've only begun to really reach the sights and the heights of what you're hoping to do. And over time, you will find that this will become easier for you. What they're saying is, like, now is a time of wondering, will it happen? I have the skill set. I have the motivation. I have the talents. I have the training. And what they're saying is, in the future, it will just be, I am now accomplished. I've accomplished. And then at that point, there's a writing. There's all kinds of things that are going to go along with that. So you're on point for yourself, and just to keep the faith that it's there for you, and that it will be, that will help birth it into our three-dimensional reality from fifth-dimensional reality. You don't have long to go. It's just a few more months before you begin starting to see this come in and into our dimension. Does this make sense to you, please, Carlos?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetheart. You're being encouraged to grow, to do what you want to do. Don't be fearful. You're not fearful. I know you're not fearful, but you're being confirmed. Yeah, you're being confirmed on all of it. So you have enormous talent. And primarily it's in healing. What is it that you do, love?
I'm a massage therapist, and I'm about to get certified to be a yoga instructor.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. Well, all that's going to come into fruition is, eventually you'll make it all real. I mean, now you're developing this credential and that credential and going to yoga. I love yoga, by the way. I was just getting into it recently, and it's so phenomenal. I don't know why I waited so long. but man, it's hard. Maybe that's why I waited. I've spent my life. It's very hard. That's probably why I didn't do it. I spent most of my life doing dancing, ballet, and all this other stuff. And I'm not a professional, but when I figured out I'm athletic, I took a hot yoga class 2 weeks ago. Oh, wow. Okay. Anyway, everything's going to come for you, and it feels to me like you're going to do more than just be the therapist. That there will be, again, you're kind of similar to the prior caller in that I feel that you will own your own business eventually. And that's your goal? Okay.
That's definitely my goal, yeah.
Yeah, like a yoga studio, and maybe it will be a few other things involved there. But you will be the owner of the business, and then there'll be other things that come after that, and ultimately you're going to be a communicator, talking about this stuff, and or about spirit, about God, about life, about holding yourself firm to who you are, knowing your core, not just your core muscles, but your core heart and who you are. And this is all going to be part of a message that you will be delivering to the public, either via writing and or speaking and or a couple of other things as well. So it's a journey. Enjoy every moment of it, Carlos.
I definitely will, and everything that you said right now was exactly what I was thinking about prior to this call. So
oh, wonderful.
Cleared up a lot.
Wonderful. Well, there you are. You're confirmed, my dear. Okay, I'm going to say goodnight, and I'm going to go off now and say goodnight to everybody. Thank you, I'm going to call you Cheyenne again. Thank you, Carlos. Thank you, honey. Bye-bye. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, everybody, I want to say thank you to everybody for tuning in this evening. I hope it was as much fun for you as it was for me. Wednesday, I'll be back at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, U.S. Eastern Time, to do only mediumship connections. That means connecting with loved ones in spirit. And if you want to get a special
90 seconds
discount on a special one-on-one session with me, just go to Spirit Medium TV. 1A on there gives you a sale. Thank you all for tuning in. Bye.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.